All right, let's go to another top story. Today, the High Courts will this morning begin a hearing in a case in which the opposition NASA, together with the Third Way Alliance, is seeking to have the 2.5 billion shillings ballot paper printing tender awarded to Dubai-based firm Ghurair revoked. A three-judge bench consisting of Joel Ngugi, J.J. Mativo, Justice Mativo and George Odunga will make a determination whether there were irregularities in the award of the tender. The IEBC has already indicated that Ghurair has begun printing of ballot material to be used in the August polls. Our senior reporter Rita Tinina is following this up for us from the High Court and now joins us for an update. Rita, good morning. Has the hearing begun?
Well, a very good morning to you. That hearing will begin later on today. It is scheduled to begin at 2 p.m. here at the Milimani Law Courts. As you indicated there, a three-judge bench will be hearing the matter. It is an issue that came up last week before Justice George Odunga, but he referred the issue to the Chief Justice, saying it was a weighty issue. It is an issue that touches on the Constitution, and so he proposed to the Chief Justice to set up a three-judge bench to hear the matter, and that is when the Chief Justice then appointed a three-judge bench, including George Odunga himself, J.J. Mativo, and Joel Ngugi, who will be the presiding judge in this case. But of course, the spotlight here will be on how long perhaps the High Court will take to sort out the issue. On Sunday, the IEBC indicating that the printing of ballot papers had already begun in Dubai, indicating that the printing of those cases that do not have any disputes, there are about 16 cases at the Court of Appeal arising from the party primaries that are yet to be settled upon. And so those cases, the 16 areas with those cases have not been included in the initial list of issues, or rather of the papers that are being printed in Dubai, as well as the gazettement of the list of candidates. Those 16 individuals involved in the cases, their names will not appear in the special gazette notice that will be published anytime soon.
All right, so we have seen the IEBC in and out of court with the opposition so many times. Just 41 days to go to the election. Rita, you have been covering most of these cases. What are some of the things we expect to see during the hearing?
Well, it's hard to say, bearing in mind this is it is not the first time that the issue of Ghurair is coming before the court or is facing a petition. Ghurair initially won the tender in the first place when the IEBC issued the tender through open tender. The first time that the IEBC was procuring the printing of ballot papers, it had won that tender the first time. Then the coalition then moved to the Public Procurement Review Administrative Board. Then they moved to the High Court, and the High Court nullified the award of the tender to Ghurair. The IEBC then went on in another procurement process through restricted tender, but that too was challenged. And so this time the IEBC then says it settled on Ghurair, bearing in mind that the timelines it was looking at were not sufficient to go back to an open tender. It would take quite a while. And so this time when they issued, they gave the tender to Ghurair, then the opposition again raised issues saying that Ghurair did not get the tender on merit, that it has close links to senior Jubilee officials, including President Uhuru Kenyatta. And so that's why they have moved to court. NASA has moved to court now, seeking the cancellation of that tender and to have the IEBC then go over the procurement process again. The IEBC has already ruled out the possibility of cancelling that tender, saying there is no time, 41 days to the election. It says they would not be able to advertise to ensure that the next printing company has the time to meet all the requirements and the regulations before it can start printing the ballot papers. And there would be implications depending on what the High Court decides. Already the Ghurair firm is already printing the ballot papers. What if the court then cancels this tender? There would be huge financial implications, since Ghurair has already signed a contract with the IEBC. Akisa.
All right, Rita, thank you for that update. We'll definitely be keeping a close eye to see how that hearing goes. It is set to begin at 2 p.m. today, as our senior reporter Rita Tinina tells us. Well, at this point, let's take a short commercial break. Don't go too far. We still have a lot more Landa for you here on Worldview.